Hey y'all, my daughter's been asking me for a few weeks to make her some tomato soup, so that's what we're gonna do today. I started by cleaning them up. I took the vines off, then I washed them, then I cut them all up. Once I cut all those up, then I moved on to my red bell pepper. Voila, that's done. Then next I cut up one sweet onion. Cut the top off both the garlics because one's going to be for the soup and the other one's going to be for the garlic butter that's going to go on the grilled cheeses. Next, I sprinkled a generous amount of avocado oil over everything. Then I added a good amount of salt and pepper. Then into the oven it goes at 400 for 40 to 45 minutes. When it's done, it should look something like this. Then you're going to add all that yummy goodness to a pot. Y'all know I'm using my cast iron. Then pop one of the garlic cloves inside of the pot so that we can blend it with everything else. Add some fresh basil, and now you're going to blend until it's smooth. Then I added 1 can of tomato paste, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 tablespoon of chicken bouillon, some cayenne pepper. Then you're going to give it one more good blend. Then, of course, you got to give it a taste test to make sure you didn't miss anything. Then put that back on the stove to warm up, and while you're doing that, let's make our grilled cheeses. First, I started by making the garlic butter, so I took the cloves and I put them in some softened butter, and I just mashed that together. Then I added in some of that fresh basil, and it should look something like this. Now spread a good bit of that on your bread. Don't be stingy. I added sharp cheddar cheese that I shredded up. I toasted it in my cast iron pan, and this is what it looked like when it was done. Also, this is the bread that I made a few days ago with my freshly milled flour. If you want that recipe, just go back a few days and it's already posted. Now let's plate it up. I added a little bit of heavy whipping cream to my bowl, some fresh basil, pop that grilled cheese on the side, and there you are. Make sure you scrape up every little bit with that grilled cheese.